Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. My name's Russell Shaw. I'm the Senior Market Specialist at FXCM. Today we're going to be trading the NFP Live. You can see my email address is rshaw@fxcm.com, and today is Friday the 2nd of October. I just want to do a sound check before I just want to, hey Naeem, good afternoon, nice to see you. Just want to check, Naeem, very good. Okay, Francis, cool. Thank you very much. All right, let's bring up the disclaimers. First disclaimer, everyone, please note the high risk investment warning. The trading NFP is renowned to be volatile. It's renowned to be risky. Okay, so bear that in mind. Please also know that this is not investment advice in any shape or form. Okay, this is an educational webinar. I also want to stress. Thanks, Andrew. We're gonna upload this onto YouTube. I want to stress that this trade is a live trade, and it's on a live account. We're not doing a live trade on a demo. This is certainly a live trade on a live account, so please all be aware of that. And the references that we'll probably be using, or we'll definitely be using, the FXCM Marketscope 2.0, and we'll be looking at forexfactory.com, just a nice simple calendar, and we'll see the actuals versus the forecasts. Okay, so you can see average hourly earnings is forecast at 0.5%. To me, that's a key metric. Okay, we want to see if those numbers beat or fall below. Are they inflationary or not? Non-farm employment change 900,000. We'll see what kind of a figure we get. I think I'm focusing more on the average hourly earnings, so bear that in mind. And the unemployment rate, 8.2%. At this stage of the game, we've come right down. If I open up the histogram from the unemployment rate, you can see that we've come down from just shy of 16%. We're under 10 now. That's pretty decent. The monetary authorities, the fiscal authorities, to get the next 5%, right, to get down to that full employment level, that's going to prove difficult. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. Good afternoon, Ray. Pleasure to have you with us. Okay, let's go through the how we're going to treat this. Those that have done the non-farm payroll with me before, we're going to do the same methodology. How are we going to do that? We're going to wait for the non-farm payroll to be released. Once it happens, okay, there should be an impulse. It's either going to shoot up or it's going to shoot down. And what we're going to do is once that impulse move has taken place, we're going to take a good hard look at a correction, at the correction. And once we have a correction, okay, the idea is we're going to try and go in the same direction as the original impulse. So, hello, Michelle. I'm afraid I don't speak Italian. I beg your pardon there. Okay, so that's the basic idea. How are we going to measure if we're successful here? How are we going to measure if we're successful in this trade? And we've got 6 minutes before the non-farm payrolls comes out. Well, we're going to we're looking for either we're going to make roughly 20 pips. Okay, I think if we can make around about 20 pips, we will be we'll call that success, or a controlled loss of about 20 pips. Okay, so if we meet objective 1 or 2, we would regard that as a successful trade. The third option is that the price move sideways. That there's nothing we can do. We can only work with what we're given in the markets, right? Hey Tamina, nice to see you this afternoon. So what we're going to do is, these are the basic three outcomes. We'll perhaps grade them where we are at the end. Remember that we're looking to try and get in on the pullback here. Okay, just make that a different color. If the initial impulse is up, we'll try to catch that on the dip. If the initial impulse is down, okay, we'll try to get in on the rally. All right, we've got 4 minutes to go until it moves. And what we will do, let's bring up our, this is the pairs we're looking at. So we're going to most likely be trading Euro US dollar. Okay, I want to reiterate, this is a live account, live trade on a live account. It's not a live trade on a demo, live trade, live account. We've got the Euro US dollar on our left. We've got the US dollar Japanese yen on our right. Those are the pairs we'll be looking at. And on the top row, we've got the hourlies. Okay, on the bottom row, we've got the minute. Once we enter a trade, we're going to do all the monitoring on the minute chart. We'll do all the, let's perhaps maybe just fix these watermarks up. Okay, I'm just putting in the time frames here so we can all see. Yeah, that's better. Okay, we've got 3 minutes to go. It's okay, and alrighty. Any questions before we trade? Go ahead, type those three. We've got just over 2 minutes. Okay. So we're going to watch the first impulse, and then we're going to try to catch the correction there. We'll be on this trade. We'll be on this trade for as long as we can. If I go silent, you know, that's just me trying to assess what the market action is doing. So don't worry if I go silent. I'll still be here. You guys can just type in, ask questions. There is a lot of people on this webinar, so I'll try to get to all the questions, of course. And we'll see if we can hopefully make some money. All right, another minute and 20 seconds. Okay, another minute and 20 seconds. We'll keep an eye on the initial impulse. Remember the month-on-month wages, looking at 0.5%, 900,000 non-farm employment change, 8.2% on the unemployment front. All right, can everyone see my screen? I want to make sure everyone sees my screen. Tamina, you see my screen there? Okay, excellent. All right, get ready for it. We've got 30 seconds. 30 seconds, and we'll see what the numbers are. All right, another 10 seconds to go. We should get some sort of volatility burst next 5 seconds or so. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. US dollar shooting down against Japanese yen, and not too. It's just against the euro. Nothing too flash on the euro. Okay, US dollar Japanese yen seems to be moving. See if we can get some numbers out here. All right, so we've got 661,000 coming in, 900,000 was the forecast. Okay, so a definite decline in the momentum there. Okay, let's see if we get some more information out here. Okay, geez, there's a big spike up here in the US dollar Japanese yen. By the way, Treasury Secretary Mnuchin has tested negative, if anybody's keeping an eye out for that after Trump's positive movement. Euro is starting to move against the US dollar. Let's see if we can get some more numbers here. 661,000, and the unemployment rate does come down 7.9% against 8.2%. Here we've got the impulse moving down on the US dollar Japanese yen. All right, let's get some numbers here on our Forex factory. Okay, we don't have any trades on at the moment. All right, so the average hourly earnings is down. That's well, it's disinflationary at the very least. Disinflationary at the very least would tend to be dollar negative, one would think. Let's go back to our trade. Hey, Indran, nice to see you. Okay, let's see if we can get in. So dollar capitulating against the US, against the Japanese yen. It's climbing against the, it's capitulating against the euro. Euro climbing against the US dollar. We've got a really weak average hourly earnings month on month. Okay, so much less than forecast. Okay, so that's net dollar negative, as disinflationary. Remember, the Fed is looking to create inflation. Okay, let's go back, see if we can get into a trade. All right, US dollar now shooting up. Okay, so definitely looks like the US dollar Japanese yen's got the higher volatility here. No trades in yet. All right. Okay, here's the US dollar starting to try and push down again. Well, this is a very muted response here. 1, 2, okay, 2, 3. All right, I want to see perhaps we can take this up. No trades yet. Just let's take a look at the US dollar Japanese yen. 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay, no trades just yet. I think that we okay, I think we're going to enter shortly. Let's just take a look at the euro. All right. All right, we've just gone short US dollar Japanese yen. This is a live trade on a live account, and we want to watch this very, very carefully. There should be a stop in here. Where is my stop? There we go. Okay, so we've got about a 20 pip stop in there. Let's see. So 20 pip is for a controlled loss. US dollar is appreciating against the Japanese yen. We are net short. Okay, so we want to see if we can get some sort of impulse this way. Let's keep an eye on this. All right, Katie says US dollar is going up. All right, much to my chagrin, it is. It is. Let's see. All right, so we're down about 12 pips here. Let's just keep an eye on this. There's the stop right over here. Okay, so we've got a big move up here. Now we're going to start watching this in terms of peaks and troughs. Okay, we're going to try if we can, because at the moment the dollar bulls are strong. We're going to try bring the stop loss down if possible, and let's just see if we are able to do that. Okay, so this is a inside candle here. If I go silent, just bear with me. I am just trying to assess the price action as it charts. If volatility is being sucked out of the market, let's just go down, see what's happening on the euro. Okay, so euro's come down quite strong here. Let's go back to our trade. You can see on the hourly how the US dollar shot up to the S1 level. That S1 level seems to be holding for the time being. Okay, let's go back to our minute chart. Okay, we're trying to follow the peaks and troughs now. Okay, we're down 5 pips at the moment. This is interesting. Let me just move my arrow here. Just want to see if we get some bearish action. Okay, so we can move here. All right, sitting on 10 pips down. Let's just keep an eye on that. Let's move the arrow there. That was a big, sharp impulse move. Just as we entered, bang, it moves straight up against us. Okay. And so just perhaps a little premature on the entry there. Let's just keep our eye on it. I'm just trying to see if I can find a turning point here. All right, I'm still, yeah, we're still down about 5 pips at the moment. Just liquidity being, I beg your pardon, volatility being muted at the moment. All right, so we've got a potential turning point here. So at some stage, I want to start trying to bring down my stop loss. Just a little bit more bearishness here. Let's move this over here. So we've got quite a complex turning point here. So you can see we've got a long range candle here, which is really just all the actions taking place inside this candle's range, making it a little bit more complex. Are any of you guys trading the non-farm payroll? Let me know if you guys have got a position on. Remember, this is don't take this as advice, all right? But I'd be very interested to know if you guys have a position. Andrew's trading it. Francis, Skulk, yeah, okay. Parish just monitoring, okay. All right, so we've got a little bit of a bounce up here. Now we've got to watch this. Okay, we've got to watch this. We could have a contra here, contra signal. Okay, and we've got to watch this very carefully. Could be a contra turning point right there. So far is really just moving sideways within this big rectangle. Let's take a look and see what's happening on the euro. All right, euro is certainly much more trendy, isn't it? The trendiness on the euro much more stark. Okay, let's bring up the Sunny's scalping. Okay, Robert's got a trade on. Francis asking, is it significant for the candles to move outside of the long candle range? Yeah, so we're kind of stuck in this range here. This candle here is where we've got our range, and this, okay, this, Francis, this is what we're using as our reference candle. Okay, so it's a complex reference candle. We want to see if price can take out the reference candle's low and close below it. That to me suggests perhaps some bearishness coming in, but right now we are really trapped within the confines of this this candlestick. Nothing much happening, so let's just keep an eye on it. George says he has got 17.5 pips in trading the Dow up. Nice one, George. Okay, nice one. All right. It's a slow burn today, and let's just see if we get some sort of traction here. Not much happening. The one bit of encouragement, here's a lower peak, here's a potential lower peak, okay, but we're still trapped within the reference candles range, so we need to get this, we need to get below this green horizontal, okay, and it just looks like the volatility is completely been sucked out of this pair. Just keep an eye on it. We're very close to reaching this. So if we can just break below this green horizontal, I'm going to start bringing the stock down. Katie is asking me to check the US dollar chart. I can't. This is a live account, Katie, so I don't have access to the FXM US dollar. It's just because it's a FXM construct. As an employee, I'm not allowed to trade it. So I don't have that, unfortunately. Dollar going up, but stuck at the 12.59. Thank you very much, Andrew. Appreciate it. Okay. Corvus, 30 pips in money, S&P from this morning. 30 pips in the money. Terrific. Terrific. Shorting the S&P. Okay. We're getting pretty close to our green horizontal here. Pretty close. Just need a bit more bearish pressure here. We're 2 pips in loss. Okay, there we've broken below. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's a slow burn, but slowly making its way towards a break even. Okay, so we're below it. I'm going to start bringing my stop down now. Okay, we'll just pop it there. So just above this peak over here. All right, and that's because we now do have a turning point in. I just want to keep this, keep monitoring this. Okay, Katie says US dollar going up, so let's just keep an eye on that. Okay, so we brought the stop down, so we've got some controlled losses in. I think we can be proud of that aspect. So if our stop gets triggered, it's a controlled loss. Okay, let's just take a look at euro here. Okay, euro certainly moving down against the US dollar. Japanese yen, just hardly any volatility there. Let's take this one out. We're about 21 minutes after the announcement. Okay, about 21 minutes after the announcement. All right. Very short candles, and okay. All right, I'm still here, so let's take this out. Okay, don't need that. Let's take this out. Let's just start monitoring by the peaks and troughs. Okay, looking to see if this is a potential turning point, but it's admittedly a terribly slow burn at the moment. All right, so the next level I think we can start looking at is this level here. Let's see, if we can close below this level, we can bring the stop down a little bit more. Do you take a look at these candles? Got a sort of inverted hammer, tiny little short candle, spinning top, the doji. Okay, really, we're stuck in equilibrium here, just over the last 5 minutes. Seems the bulls, the bears, neither one of them really taking this pair. Either one taking control of this pair. Just got a very short candles moving in this sideways fashion. Very tough trade here. As we move sideways, as we're moving sideways, well, that means we are at 0.3, right? We've got price moving sideways. That's not what we want. We're not really meeting our targets. Either we want to make roughly 20 or a controlled loss. Well, we're under 20 now for our controlled loss, so we'll meet objective 2 at the very least. But price just moving sideways. Very difficult trade here. Just no volatility. Okay, we 25 minutes after the announcement. Andrew just writing in that the dollar starting to drop. All right, let's just take a look at the euro. Okay, so But we can see the euro's got a much nicer trend, isn't it? Much nicer trend. What would be interesting is, so the euro is appreciating, but it looks like this might be a lower peak here. Take a look at the hourly chart on the the hourly chart on the Japanese yen. So this is what we are trading. You can see it's a inverted hammer. We kind of S1 resistance, and now current bulls being held up by the S2 level. Okay, but it's still not doing us much good because we're basically break even here. Okay, we're on. Okay, here we go. Just a little bit more bearish emotion coming into the market. Trying to push it down. Let's see how we close here. Okay, there we go. Finally pushed into a little bit of profit here, but I mean it's tiny. It's tiny. It's 0.1 pip. Okay, 1 pip. All right, I think we can drop this a little bit more. Let's take it down to the next peak, just above it. All right, let's move it there, and let's lock that in. Okay, so we've dropped the stop loss. So we're slowly trading the stock down. We're slowly trading the stock down. Okay, so we are meeting objective 2. Okay, we're meeting objective 2. We've got, if our stop loss is hit, it's a controlled, and it's now would be as we talking, it would be less than 20. That's right, and we'll just make this black. Okay, so we'll just keep an eye on that. All right, so what's happening now? Some bullishness coming back in here. See, so what we can look at now is if this is a counter turning point. Okay, is that a counter turning point? So we've got, this is the last bearish turning point. Do we have a counter turning point here? Let's just keep an eye on that. I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of a selling tail here, and then I can move this arrow over here, and we can start looking to bring the stock down even further. Okay, so there's a counterweight here, and a counterweight. So there's a weight and a counterweight, and so we just want to be very careful here. Okay, this is such a grind, this trade, absolute grind. But let's just carry on trying to pull the stop down. Okay, a bit of selling. Okay, we just need a little bit more of a selling tail, and then I'm going to pop this over there. All right, it's just gone top of the hour, so we've about 31 minutes after non-farm payrolls. Really just a sideways movement, no volatility, nothing really to move the market in our favor, not yet anyways. Okay. Okay, hopefully we can close below this candle's low, and then I'll move the arrow. All right, let's move that there. Okay, this we can delete, and what I'll do is I'll put this as the next measure to drop our stop loss. Okay, so we're just waiting to see if we can close below this green horizontal. All right, and very slow burn at the moment, but you can only work with what you've got. You're sitting at about 1.5 pips of profit, which is neither here nor there. All right, we're going to just drop the stop loss. It's met our mark. We're going to bring it down pretty close. Okay, pretty close. Okay, so we've now dropped it quite near price action. So we are at risk of being stopped out prematurely, but we are controlling the loss. Okay, if we get stopped out here, no harm done. Okay, and we've just slowly let the price action move lower and lower and lower, and as it moves lower and lower and lower, you can see lower trough, lower trough, lower trough, lower trough. So as we're getting these lower troughs, we've slowly brought the stop down with us. Okay, so let's just carry on monitoring the this this trade. A dollar reaching about a 7-hour spike on the US dollar KD. Okay, so the US dollar starting to spike. Let's keep an eye. We've got our stop locked in here. Okay. It's all about the peaks and troughs now. Okay, this would be our next yardstick. If it reverses, it's either going to reverse and we can move the stop lower, closer to break even, or we're going to get stopped out here. Okay, so let's just keep an eye on this. All right, we're getting pretty close to getting stopped here. Pretty close to getting stopped. Let's see what happens. All right, so now we've got a potential turning point. Let's just see how this candle reacts. And let's just zoom in. You can see it's been a very, very tough trade. Just the sideways movement, absolutely nothing happening in it. Okay, but as I say, you work with what you got. We don't force it. We just be as methodical as possible. Okay, we're getting very close to the stop here. We're just looking for if we get some sort of turning point. Okay, we're really close to the stop. Okay, just keeping an eye on this. Let's take a look what's happening on euro. Just out of interest sake, the euro has also started moving sideways. Okay. S2 still proving a challenge to the bulls. Let's go back to our minute chart here. I know that it's a slow grind, but let's conclude. Okay, let's just conclude. Stopped out at 12 pips. Robin, stopped out. Is that 12 pips profit there, Robin? At 12 pips loss. Okay. Okay, 12 pips. Okay, nicely done in terms of controlling it. Nicely done. You happy with the way you traded that, Robin, incidentally? Could have gone short. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. We're getting pretty close to being stopped out too. Okay. Let's just keep an eye on this. I think we're getting pretty close to the conclusion of this trade. Ah, there we go. All right. Taken out, guys. Taken out. Taken out for 6.9 pips loss. All right, which is unfortunately not the ideal result we wanted to make roughly, but okay, we controlled the loss. We brought it down from 20 pips, and we got it all the way down to just shy of 7 pips. So I think that's a pretty decent showing, and we just brought it down as we made the lower troughs. Okay, so we put on a very controlled lot size, very small lot size, and then try to get the stop loss down as quickly as possible. Just a question there. Did you guys enjoy this? Did you find it useful? Let me know. Just give me a Y for yes, you enjoyed it. Give me an N if no, you didn't. But I would be really interested in any feedback. You guys can, of course, send me an email. Okay. All right. Excellent. So look, we're getting a lot of good feedback here. A lot of good feedback. We'll do this every month. Yeah, we'll do this every month. So please join me. Keep a lookout for next month's email. I also want to just draw your attention to the fact that we do have daily webinars. I know there's a fair few webinar attendees that are on this non-farm payroll, and I think we have a really good virtual relationship. I feel like I know most of you quite well. So you guys anyone's of course most welcome to join. Okay, cool. Robert got out with a 4 pip profit. Nice. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So I think what we'll do then, guys, is we will wrap up here. I want to thank everyone for joining me, and you can join me in about 20 minutes. We'll do the US Open, or otherwise keep a lookout for the next invitation. And to the webinar regulars, see either at the US Open or Monday morning at the DAX Open. Thank you very much, guys, and I really appreciate the time that you took to join me for this trade. Thanks very much, guys. Yeah, no momentum, Ray. Absolutely no momentum. Anyways, next month. All right, guys. Speak to you all soon.